Hello viewers, welcome to Ekam IAS Academy. Today we'll be discussing about Article 14 of Indian Constitution, which is very much important in understanding polity related concepts like equality before law, rule of law, etc. So first let us understand Article 12 to Article 35 of Indian Constitution deals with fundamental rights listed in Part 3 of Indian Constitution. So among the articles we have already discussed Article 12, which deals with the definition of state, Article 13, what constitutes law, and any law made in derogation with fundamental rights will be declared null and void under the power of judicial review as stated in Article 13 of Indian Constitution. So we have covered all those videos in the earlier videos, so you can find in the playlist and you can watch if you haven't. So first let us discuss about Article 14. So first thing we have to understand, in the original constitution there are 6 categories of fundamental rights. Under the title of right to equality, we have a set of fundamental rights mentioned from Article 14 to Article 18 of Indian Constitution. So all these articles are clubbed under one particular title called right to equality. Then Article 14. So today we are discussing only about Article 14. So Article 14 is an article which is trying to promote equality in 2 different dimensions, in equality before law and equal protection of law. But before this we need to understand that this Article 14 is available for both citizens as well as foreigners, right? So the persons who are living in India, they can also avail right to equality. At the same time, the citizens of India also can acquire or can avail this particular right to equality under Article 14. Now, let us understand the first dimension of Article 14, that is equality before law. This concept we have borrowed from UK, or it has its British origin, you can say. So, what is the first aspect we have? Or no privilege or absence of any privilege. So for any person. So no privilege or absence of any privilege means privilege itself is a special right. There won't be any special treatment for any person. So then equal subjection of all citizens to the law of the land. That means you have to apply the law of the land equally to all the citizens without any discrimination. Then fourth one we have is no one is above the law. No one is above the law. No one is above the law. That means everyone is actually, you can say like entirely in India, what is supreme is the constitution. Above constitution, we have the people who are supreme, right? So that means no one is above the law. This is the aspect of equality before law, and this we have borrowed from UK constitution. Then we have second aspect of Article 14 in the form of equal protection of law. In this we have to understand, this was borrowed from US. Okay, the concept was borrowed from US constitution. In this we have 3 different situations. So you have to apply the law similarly to the persons who are similarly situated. That is the first aspect, and equal treatment of all the subjects alike. And the persons who are in the similar situations have to be treated similarly, and the persons who are alike also have to be treated similarly in the same fashion. So these are the 3 concepts which are mentioned in the equality or equal protection of law, right? So this was borrowed from US constitution. So how these are similar and how these are different? Although these 2 are trying to enforce right to equality, justice and fair treatment, but there is one different aspect. So equality before law, which was borrowed from British origin or the British constitution, actually is a negative connotation of Article 14, because it is restricting something from getting some privileges or from rights also. But on the other hand, equal protection of law, what we have borrowed from US constitution, is trying to give certain rights. That means these persons who are disadvantaged or the persons who are vulnerable have to be treated equally on par with others. In that way, we are just trying to identify and we are trying to ensure their rights are also guaranteed. That is why equal protection of law concept is a positive connotation, whereas equality before law is a negative connotation, right? Then understanding the differences, we also need to understand the concept of rule of law. The main concept of rule of law was proposed by British jurist called A.V. Dicey. So British jurist called A.V. Dicey has proposed this particular concept. So this has formed the basis for our Article 14 also. So in this particular thing we need to understand, there is no one who is supreme, or you can say no one who is above the law, or there is no special privilege, or you can say no one is above the law, you can say, right? Then we have equality before law or absence of any privilege, you can say this one, and equality before law is the second provision. So this was directly taken from this concept and we have incorporated in Article 14. And the third aspect is it says constitution is the result of rights. Constitution is the result of rights. Okay, but in this concept we have to understand only 1 and 2 concepts are applied in Indian context. So the third part doesn't apply to Indian context because in India, constitution is a source of rights. It is a source of rights. It is not the result of rights. So this is a very important difference which you need to remember. And most importantly, Supreme Court in many cases it has said that this rule of law forms the basic structure of Indian constitution. So what is basic structure? Which cannot be even amended by Parliament of India, right? Then let us understand what are the exceptions to Article 14. So first exception is in the form of Article 14 itself. So Article 14 generally, the provisions under Article 14 prohibits any class based division or separation in the particular society. You cannot go for any class based separation or division, but whatever the division you do, that has to be fair, that has to be equitable, and it has to be sensitive also. Then Article 361, it is trying to provide some immunity. So we are saying no one is above the law, but we are giving some immunity to some persons like President of India and the governors of the particular states. So this is what covered under Article 361 of Indian Constitution. Then we have 361A. So what is this 361A dealing with? So whatever the things that were discussed in the Parliament within the 4 walls of the Parliament without the authorization of Parliament cannot be published as it is. That means whatever the parliamentary affairs that were conducted within the 4 walls of the Parliament, that cannot be published as it is without the permission of the House. That is what guaranteed under Article 361A. Then Article 105 provides for parliamentary privilege. So parliamentary privilege is also guaranteed for some persons or the MPs who are generally participating in that particular discussion. So they are immune from certain things. So in that particular situation, they cannot be applied with Article 14. Then Article 31C. What is Article 31C? For implementation of Article 39B and Article 39C, we cannot say this is in violation with Article 14 and 19 because according to Supreme Court, Article 39B and C, which is trying to enforce welfare state in India, is actually holding supremacy, or it is having precedence over Article 14, which is trying to ensure equality and right to freedom of property under Article 19. So remember, this provision is actually enforced through insertion of Article 31C. Then we also have immunity for the UN ambassadors. So UN ambassadors and the officials who are posted. At the same time, we also have this immunity granted for embassy, or you can say any diplomats posted in India. So for them also this immunity under Article 14 is granted. That means these provisions what we have discussed under Article 14 may not actually apply to these persons or these particular situations. That is what exception under Article 14. Now let us see the practice question. Consider the following statements with reference to right to equality under Indian Constitution. You have 2 set of statements given, and among those try to choose the correct one and let me know in the comment section. Then as part of the today's discussion, we have discussed about Article 14, what is equality before law, what is equal protection of law, what is rule of law, and we have seen what are the exceptions to Article 14. So if you like the video and found informative, let me know in the comment section. Thanks for joining. See you again.